This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for January 18th, 2024. It's currently November 5th, 2023, 4:07 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is currently $434.69. That's USD. And the shuffle video we're about to play for you here in the corner of the screen was created on October 25th, 2023 at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video here. So we have a nullified theme card here, making it a little bit tricky, guys. And the 18th, we've got that death card again. There's a significant ruin placement here. I think the nullification is that we probably have a big move higher to reach for a distant resistance. But there's chart behavior that somehow counteracts that, makes it irrelevant, that move to the upside. Behavior around the high, you can see there's an opportunity to open up a short position or close a long position in the midst of a notable rally on a one-day chart. Behavior around the low, we have a prominent move higher followed by a full retracement of that move back down. So it may be that we see the low twice, and once on either side of like a peak. And then I'm advised, it's a nullified trade card, but then the gain card is about a sideways rotation, establishing support, and then a big move higher. All right, before we go any further, let's make sure everybody's aware the whole purpose of the channel and the whole purpose of putting out these videos is for people to follow through on the rule of karma and transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. You do that here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, where our angel investors of the channel, we're getting tenfold back, are here donating 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities, effectively transmuting the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill, and then they're sending 5% of the profits back to the channel to help support the channel and keep these videos coming out. It leaves you with 90% of the money, though. That's plenty of money, my friends, way more than a stockbroker. Make sure to follow that, to spend that money out of love. As long as you follow those rules, my friends, that's the angel, the rule of karma for the channel. The universe considers you an angel investor, and it's going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel. Let's get back into it. So we have this peak that we sell off from in the pre-market pretty notably. It's a peak, not a crest, that we'll sell off from pretty notably into the open. But around the open or out of the open, there's a rally along a diagonal trend line breaking through that ends with a fast sudden move higher, and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down. So we'll probably have like this pop and drop here in the first hour. Like a pop and drop to the upside, and then we end up lower than where we were at the open. We'll probably end up lower between the 10 and 11 o'clock hour in the midst of a significant decline on a one-day chart. It gets pretty mixed around the low there, and we have the high and the low within close time proximity to each other. So we probably go from a high in this pop and drop down to a low, and then we come back to maybe like another high. It might be that we even come back to another high, or we just come back to like even, but it's pretty mixed here between the 11 and 12 o'clock hour. We probably, like I said, see the low again there between noontime. So we go from the low, popping back up to a peak or crest or possibly a high, and then we drop back down to a low again. A rally out of that second low midday, there's a rally to a near overbought or an overbought peak or crest between roughly 1 and 2 o'clock that we sell off from pretty notably, and then we have a big move higher establishing support at an old resistance level here between probably just a little bit after 2 o'clock, but somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock. We do some sideways rotation there. We pop to the upside a little bit to a peak in the midst of some price swings in the last like half hour, and we go from a peak down to another trough there at the end of the day in the midst of those price swings, but we're somehow bound by a range there in the post market. And the sneak preview card for the following day is a rally that increases with momentum moving forward in time. But when we look at this from the standpoint of the 1 month, so we had the intercursal the prior day. I think it took us into this lowest low here. It may be a lowest low. It's not as probable to be a lowest low as these lows over here, but it could be. There's some probability. In either case, it's going to be a prominent low, and then we should probably rally. It'll be here like in the late morning session, and then we'll have this notable move out of it to the upside. So in the midst of these lows here, you could maybe open up like a partial in the first low, a long position, partial long position, and then in the second low, open up the remainder of that long position. At the end of the day, maybe close a short position, or if you're a safe trader, you probably close that short position at the first low here. The short position's open the prior day, and then it looks like we probably open lower, but there's like a pop and drop right like in the open or before the open. There's a pop and drop and a significant reversal where we like revisit a crest that was an opportunity. There's also like some cross-reading congruencies for the 6 of Cups, which again is that high card on the January cluster. But I think it's probably just a prominent peak, and then we sell off again from it. So we probably, matter of fact, we either open higher or we rally. We either open higher on the 19th or we rally from lower into a higher position or the same high. And that's SPY for the 18th of January 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Most importantly, my friends, make sure to follow that rule of karma. I'll see you guys on the next one.